In today's video, I'm going to present you a very important news from Google. The new model, Google Gemini 2.5 Pro, has been updated now, and it has become even better and even is surpassing in the Arena leaderboard the Anthropic Claude Model 3.7 Sonnet. So as you can see here, this is the article from Google that shows that it says that it improved the capabilities of coding, and this was a feature that was going to release in the Google I/O, but considering the hype toward this model, they decided to release it 2 weeks earlier. As you can see, this model in the Arena leaderboard is showing as the first. Is actually way above Claude 3.7, and as you can see, is leading all the leaderboards. So they also implemented a feature that can read videos and transform videos to code, which is something very interesting to try out. And they improved the agentic capabilities from the previous model. For the agentic capabilities, this Claude 3.7 was still the top one, but now with this model, it potentially is gonna pass Claude. So let's try this out. You can try this model going to Google Gemini. Well, for now we can try it in Google AI Studio link, and then you can choose the chat, and if you click to the run settings area, you can select the model, which is now called 0506, which means 6th of May, which was yesterday. As you can see, this model it has output context token of 200,000. This is the cost for the calls that you would do with API. Pretty cheap to as a new model. You can see the difference from the previous one. It costs obviously more than the previous one, but going to be able to be used for agentic context. So in Google Cursor, Surf, and other AI coding tools. Choose this one and let's try it out. To try it out, we will build a visual representation of Rubik cube that many other they are showing, and we'll ask to solve it. So create a visual representation of the Rubik cube and solve. And with a click, I should be able to solve it. And don't set up anything else apart of the just basics, and we run the command. And let's see what it responds to this. If I spell wrong Rubik cube, let's see how it is spelled. I spelled wrong Rubik cube. It's not my native language, as you might have noticed. So it is building it. It's pretty fast in building the code. I've been seeing many different channels mentioning how this model is actually in the ability of code, especially in the one-shot type of coding. So it is building HTML, JavaScript, and is also writing the logic. I wonder if we will show me the application within the Google AI Studio. It was not possible before. I wonder if that is possible now. No, it's not. To use this application, you have to something like Code Sandbox or some other application and copy paste every single part of this code. I will do that and we'll go back to this video. I used CodePen to check this. I saw other representation which were in 3D. I didn't ask to do this representation in 3D, so it was actually I left for real just and it built this. Let's see what happened when actually asked to scramble. Okay, I can perform each singular action, click into scramble cube. Let's leave it to solve. Okay, it click into solve, it just goes forward until it's solved, and it did. I'm not sure if this solution is correct, but that's what was built with the one-shot prompt. Was not the 3D representation. Let's ask to do the same representation in 3D with HTML, CSS, and JS that I can solve step by step with a button click. So let's see what happens now with this. This model is thinking and is gonna give eventually the result. Let's wait until the end. Okay, in the meantime, I go to CodePen. I substitute the HTML code, then the CSS and the JavaScript. Okay, let's see. We can see the 3D representation of the Ruby cube. Really impressive. Let's scramble it. Let's solve next step. Let's see how to solve it. Okay, to resolve and scramble. If I click it, solve it one by one. It doesn't solve it correct though. Well, I see that other people built already this solution in one step. It didn't work with me. This can reset to solved, but doesn't that mean the scramble seems the same way? It scramble always in it doesn't do randomic scrambling. It seems to be the same. By the way, this is the solution. Now let's solve another problem. Probably give a Google page, a table. Let's take this data. Let's inspect the full table. I'm gonna copy the HTML here and I'm gonna ask you retrieve with a method, a page object model which allow me to test all the to find all the elements in the column position. The first row of the position, the first element in the positions column in the data table in the link here. The prompt is not the perfect prompt, but it should be able to solve to it and understand it from the HTML table that I provided. I mentioned that it was in Playwright. Let's see. I probably didn't task you do this for in Playwright. No, it didn't Selenium. But obviously because I didn't ask. So I stopped the prompt and let's see what it responds. Let's see if by default uses the best practice of using Playwright. So I cannot run the test right now. It was not in plan, but it was just to get a sense. It seems it actually created a data structure that allow to check all the element in the column of the position. The locator seems okay. There are not, yeah, we didn't have here a role or a label to take the locator from, but only class, so it's fine. So to me, it seems a pass from the way it is getting the locators, that we don't have other way to get them. Okay, seems reasonable to me. Okay, what do you think? Do you prefer this new version from the previous one? Do you prefer it from ChatGPT? Would you use Gemini, new update, or would you use Claude? Or would you use DeepSeek or ChatGPT? Let me know in the comment. I hope this video was useful for you. This is a panoramic of how this model looks, and see you in the next video.